Why does your cat suddenly start meowing at night, right when the whole house goes quiet? Not a soft little sound, not one random call, but that long, strange, almost desperate meow that makes you sit up in bed and wonder, what are they trying to tell me? Most people assume it means only one thing. They think the cat is hungry, bored, spoiled, or just trying to be annoying, but nighttime meowing is often much deeper than that. Because when cats vocalize in the dark, they're not just making noise, they're revealing something. A need, a confusion, a habit. Sometimes even an emotional message that only shows up when the world around them becomes still. And if you listen carefully, your cat may be telling you far more than you realize. Today, we're breaking down why cats meow at night, what it actually means, and how to tell the difference between a harmless habit and a signal you really shouldn't ignore. Because once you understand the real reason, you may never hear those nighttime cries the same way again. 1. Night changes everything for a cat. The first thing you need to understand is this. Night feels different to a cat than it does to you. For humans, nighttime is the end of activity. For cats, it can be the beginning of heightened awareness. When your lights go off, your phone gets put away, the TV turns silent, and the footsteps stop, your cat suddenly notices everything. Tiny sounds behind walls, air movement from windows, the distant bark of a dog, a shadow crossing the room, the hum of a fridge that was always there, but now feels louder in the silence. Cats are naturally alert animals. They're designed to notice subtle environmental changes, especially in low light. So while you experience nighttime as stillness, your cat may experience it as a world that just became more emotionally and physically vivid. And sometimes, meowing is their way of responding to that shift, not because something is wrong, but because nighttime activates instincts that daytime keeps buried under noise and routine. So before assuming your cat is being dramatic, understand this: your cat may simply be more awake to the world than you are. 2. Your cat may be calling for connection, not food. One of the biggest misunderstandings owners make is assuming every nighttime meow means, feed me. And yes, sometimes hunger is part of it, but many cats aren't actually asking for food, they're asking for you at night. The home becomes emotionally different. During the day, you're moving around, talking, opening doors, making sounds, creating reassurance without even realizing it. Your cat can track your presence constantly. But at night, your cat may suddenly lose that feeling of connection. Your breathing changes. Your voice disappears. You stop interacting. The house feels emotionally empty. Some cats respond to that silence by vocalizing, not because they need a meal, but because they want confirmation. Are you still here? Are we still together? Can I still reach you? This is especially common in cats that are very bonded to one person during the day. They may act independent, but once everything goes dark, they become much more aware of emotional distance. That nighttime meow may not be manipulation. It may actually be a social check-in. In other words, your cat may be calling out not for a thing, but for reassurance. 3. Some cats meow because night wakes up their hunting brain. Cats are not wired like us. Even the most pampered indoor cat still carries ancient instincts. And one of the strongest is the tendency to become more active during twilight and nighttime hours. This means that when you're getting sleepy, your cat may be entering a natural period of alertness. Their body says, move, search, watch, hunt, explore. But here's the problem. Indoor cats often have nowhere for that instinct to go. There's no real prey, no territory to patrol, no challenge to complete. So the energy builds up inside them and often comes out as vocalizing. That loud meow at 2 a.m. may be the sound of trapped instinct. Your cat isn't crazy. Your cat isn't trying to ruin your sleep. Your cat may simply have a body that says, this is the time to do something, while their environment gives them nothing meaningful to do. This is why cats who don't get enough active play during the evening often become much louder at night. It's not just excess energy, it's unspent biological purpose, and when instinct has no outlet, it often turns into restless behavior, pacing, zoomies, scratching, and yes, nighttime meowing. 4. Sometimes they're meowing because they're confused by the dark. Here's something many owners overlook. Not all nighttime meowing is about wanting something. Sometimes it's about feeling disoriented. This can happen more often in older cats. But it isn't limited to senior cats. A cat may walk into a dark hallway, a quiet room, or an unfamiliar corner of the house and suddenly vocalize more than usual. Why? Because darkness changes how spaces feel. A room that feels normal in daylight can feel uncertain at night. Shapes are different. Scent trails cool down. Familiar visual markers disappear. The house becomes less readable. Some cats respond by becoming more vocal as they move through the space. It's almost like they're anchoring themselves with their own sound. You may notice this especially if your cat meows while walking, rather than sitting still. That detail matters. A stationary meow often means they want something specific. A wandering meow can sometimes mean, I'm uncomfortable, I'm searching, or I'm not fully settled, and if your cat is aging. This matters even more because increased night vocalization in senior cats can sometimes be linked to cognitive changes, vision decline, hearing changes, or anxiety that becomes more obvious after dark. That doesn't mean panic, but it does mean pay attention to patterns. Night doesn't just hide things from you. Sometimes it reveals things your cat has been struggling with quietly. 5. Your cat may have accidentally trained you. Now, let's talk about the reason many owners don't want to hear. Sometimes your cat meows at night because it works. Think about what usually happens. Your cat meows, you wake up, you say their name, you get out of bed, you pet them, you open a door. You refill food, you react, and from your cat's point of view. That's a very clear lesson night meowing gets. Results. Cats are excellent pattern learners. They do not need complex logic to repeat a behavior. They only need one thing, for the behavior to lead to a meaningful outcome often enough. Even a negative reaction can still count as success. To you, you're frustrated. To your cat, you responded. That means some nighttime meowing begins with a real need, but continues because it has been reinforced. This is why the behavior can become confusing for owners. At first, the cat was genuinely lonely, hungry, or restless. But over time, the pattern becomes a habit loop. The cat no longer meows only because of the original reason. Now they meow because they've learned that nighttime is when you're easiest to summon ... and once that loop is established, it can feel like the cat is doing it for no reason, but there is a reason. The reason is history. 6. Some cats meow at night because they're carrying emotional tension from the day. This reason gets missed all the time. Sometimes nighttime meowing is not caused by the night itself. It's caused by everything that happened before it. A boring day, not enough stimulation, a stressful change in the house, a visitor, a new smell, a shift in routine, another cat outside the window, a little frustration that never got released. Cats often carry emotional tension quietly. They may seem fine all day, then vocalize later when everything slows down. Humans do something similar. We can get through the day functioning normally, then feel anxiety more strongly once the world becomes quiet. Cats can too. Nighttime gives that bottled up energy room to surface. So if your cat becomes unusually vocal at night, ask yourself, did anything change today? Was their routine disrupted? Did they get enough play, enough attention, enough predictability? Because sometimes your cat is not saying, I need food, they're saying, I never fully settled, and that's a very different message. 7. Territorial awareness gets stronger at night. Here's another hidden reason ... at night. Many cats become more aware of territory. That may sound strange for an indoor cat, but territory is still deeply important to them. Windows, doors, hallways, scent zones, sleeping areas, all of these matter, and at night, outside activity can trigger them more than you realize. A stray cat walks past the house, a raccoon moves near the trash, a neighbor's pet crosses the yard. A sound appears outside the bedroom window. Your cat may hear, smell, or sense something you never noticed. And the response may come out as alert meowing, staring, pacing, or moving from window to window. In this case, the meow is not really directed at you. It's a reaction to perceived activity in their world. This is why some cats only meow in certain rooms or at certain times of night. The environment is giving them a message, and they are responding to it. To you, the room is quiet. To your cat, someone may have just entered the edge of their invisible map, and when a territorial animal detects something unusual but can't fully investigate it, vocalizing becomes one way of expressing tension. 8. Sometimes nighttime meowing is a real warning sign. Now here's the part you should never ignore. If your cat's nighttime meowing is suddenly new, much more intense than normal, or paired with other changes, it may be signaling discomfort or a health issue, especially if you notice things like changes in appetite, litter box problems, restlessness, hiding, clinginess, aggression, disorientation, excessive thirst, or a meow that sounds different from their usual voice. Cats are incredibly good at hiding pain. Sometimes the night is when that discomfort becomes harder for them to suppress during the day. There are distractions at night. Pain can feel louder. This is one reason older cats may begin meowing more after dark. Conditions like thyroid issues, blood pressure problems, arthritis, sensory decline, or cognitive aging can all show up more clearly at night. So if your cat's vocal behavior changes suddenly, don't reduce it to personality. Listen to the pattern. A cat that is trying to tell you something physically wrong may not have any language. Accept repetition, and repeated nighttime crying, especially when it feels unusual, deserves attention. 9. How to figure out what your cat is actually saying. So how do you decode the real meaning? You stop listening only to the sound and start studying the context. Ask these questions. Is your cat meowing in one spot? Or while walking around, do they go toward the food area, the bedroom door, a window, or the litter box? Does it happen at the same time every night? Did it start after a change in routine? Does your cat calm down after play, after attention, or after eating? Is the behavior new, or has it slowly increased over time? Context tells the truth. The sound alone rarely does. A cat sitting by the door and meowing is giving you one message. A cat wandering the hallway and crying is giving another. A cat staring at you from the bed and meowing softly may be saying something very different. From a cat yowling at the window, your job is not just to react, your job is to observe. Because once you notice the pattern, the mystery starts to disappear, and when the mystery disappears, frustration usually does too. 10. What your cat may really be telling you at the end of the day. Nighttime meowing usually comes down to one of a few deeper messages. I have energy I don't know what to do with. I feel disconnected. I heard or sensed something. I'm unsettled. I learned this gets your attention. I'm confused. Something doesn't feel right, but hidden underneath all of those is one important truth: your cat is trying to bridge a gap between instinct and indoor life, a gap between independence and attachment, a gap between what they feel and what they know how to express. And sometimes that sound in the dark isn't random at all. It's your cat doing the only thing they can think of to make the world respond. So the next time your cat meows at night, don't just label it as annoying. Pause, listen, watch what happens next. Because the night may be the one time your cat is honest in a way that daylight hides. And once you understand that, you stop hearing noise and start hearing communication. If this video helped you understand your cat a little better, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into cat behavior, body language, and the hidden meanings behind the things cats do. And tell me in the comments, does your cat meow at night, and what do you think they're trying to say? Because sometimes the smallest nighttime habit reveals the biggest secret about how your cat really feels.